Hey everybody, it's Greg Rice here in the Bucket, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And today's video, a little bit different, but I'm going to enjoy this one. There are people that you meet in your life, all types of people, that are in certain positions when you meet them, right? And as time passes, just like everything, things change. Every destination is temporary. That's how I look at it, with everything. As sad as it may be, everything is temporary in this life. So, more pointedly, former Mayor Lisa Baldelli Hunt has joined Nexus in an advisory capacity to assist us with any type of development in Woonsocket. Now let me unpack this. I'll take it back to 2 years ago, okay? I just checked out the church, the Sacred Heart Church that you've been following along with for a couple years now. And I said, you know what, this makes sense. I think that this should be done here. It's the highest and best use. It's the least invasive. It's feasible financially. And it's actually going to improve and help the community. So let me probe this. And the first thing that I did was pitch it to the mayor, the former mayor. And at this meeting, she brought in the planning department, the building department, zoning, fire department, police department, you name it. They were there at this meeting. So we show up, me and my team. I roll deep. We all show up. It's a big, big table. Big table. We're hashing it out. Hey, we think this. We want to do that. What does the city think about this? And bing, bang, boom, within 1 hour, we had come to an agreement of sorts, loosely, of what we could do with this property that would make sense and the city would allow for and jive, you could say. And after that meeting, I said to myself, Woonsocket is open for business. Plain and simple. I've never seen a city so well organized, so well polished, and so efficient with something that is very large, very complex, and very time consuming. Because let's face it, folks, when I have an idea or you have an idea, we want to do it, it takes a lot of people on the back end, okay, with the city or town, to facilitate the end result that I want or that you want. It's not just, oh, I want to build this, done. No. There's so many cogs in that wheel. There's so many people that have to touch that and give their input on and see how it's going to impact things from their perspectives. So my point here is Mayor Lisa knew the depth of all projects like this. And she consolidated that conversation into 1 hour and saved us all months and months and months of emails and calls and the planners out and the getting in and we got it in the vacation. No bullshit. None in Woonsocket. So, fast forward to today, February 9th. The rectory is near completion. The church parish is also near completion, a couple months behind because it's more complex. But that is a direct result of great leadership, great teamwork, but most importantly, great mindset. I know it because I've done it with her team. I have an in-person experience that nobody else in this state has the same one as me. They have similar experiences, developers, etc., but nobody has mine. I own my experience. So, why would I hire a disgraced mayor to help me with anything? Why would I want the bad publicity? If you look at the comments on the article, she mostly is getting absolutely decapitated by the general public because of other things that went on during her administration that I have nothing to do with, nor do I know about. People are absolutely filleting her online. I see through that. I see a woman that has been a lifelong city resident, has been in civil service for close to 2 decades, when she definitely could have been into more lucrative things in the private sector. Way more lucrative. With her experience, with her know-how, with her gusto, right? Her gusto. She didn't have to be mayor. She didn't have to be state rep. She didn't have to go through all that. And many of you know that are involved with Woonsocket politics, how swampy and murky it got there for quite some time. She didn't have to deal with that if it was all about the money. No. It was purpose, it was passion, and it was pride, in my opinion. So when she left office, I said, you know what? What a great resource. What a great mind. Experience-based, knowledge-based, city-based. She knows what's going on in the city. She's been doing business there her whole life. What better person would you want in your corner than that? It's like the star player. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, whoever you want, Larry Bird. You're not going to align with them because of opinions and emotions and potentially who said this, she said that. I look through all of that. So typically we don't make statements in this capacity, and definitely try to stay away from politics in general. But it's a good point for all of us as landlords to be able to see through the noise. There's a lot of noise in this business. A lot of people have opinions about your wallet. A lot of people have opinions about it. And the beauty is that if you can take these opinions in, right? Pasta strainer, I always say, keep the ones that you agree with, and you continue down the line. There's always going to be more people, more opinions. But if you maintain your course, you maintain your frame, you remain the mountain, the storm is brewing around that mountain. Eventually the storms go away, the sun comes out. But you have to stay. You have to stay tight and you have to stay firm. Okay? That's what I do every day. Constantly bouncing stuff off that I don't agree with, that I don't want. I'm not letting everything in. Bounce it off. Hear it, bounce it. So all the comments, all the chatter, the news, whatever. She's a smart woman. She has an in-depth knowledge that nobody else in that city has when it comes to real estate investment, real estate development. For me, it was an easy decision. The simplest one, actually. Yeah, perfect. So I will let you know on another note about this property. What I can tell you is built in 1890. It's an old building, 135 years old at this point. The roof is leaking terribly. The floors are squishy and spongy. The stairs are leaning this way. The elevator is inoperable. It's an abandoned building. There's nothing going on. The parking is limited. It's a historically designated property, so there's going to be certain thresholds that you would have to keep up that were not the case with the church, for example. It's quite a project, and frankly, I don't think anybody can do it alone. You need advisors. You need people with inner city working knowledge, right? Architects great, builders great. My people are great. But we need somebody that knows about this. Okay, and the mayor knows the owner of that property too. So that's how the connection even started. That's how I even was presented with the opportunity. Okay, nobody's been able to develop that building. The owner's been willing to sell it for years, but people have fumbled the ball because it is a major undertaking. And it's the bellwether of downtown Woonsocket. You come over that bridge on Court Street, boom. Okay, McCarthy's used to be there on the corner. That's no longer there. The clock is, you see, it still says McCarthy's. That building there is arguably one of the oldest. Most beautiful. Okay, right there, boom, on the corner overlooking the city. Beautiful. Those views up there, epic views up there. So I look forward to probing this deeper and seeing if it's feasible, but not without local, state, and federal assistance. It's not going to be possible without a united front from all leaders. Without it, demolish it. Those are your options. So thank you for listening, and thank you for everybody's feedback. I love everybody's feedback. I take it, I process it, I consider it, and either I go with it or I go without it. And that's the true definition of a leader. Take it in, make the best decision. And that's what I'm doing, okay? Once again, Greg Rice here in the bucket, your property and your development advisors manage.